Hello everybody and welcome back to Silverrun Forest. So we've got a load of our, well, we moved on a month into October and we have a load of our products which we're going to go sell. We haven't this time because we have been doing the barrel factory getting the long planks and the flooring factory getting the short planks. We haven't done this time. That's a bit of a tongue twister. We put them all straight into the roller coaster. Oh, that's looking slightly better. I'm sure there's been some we must have moved on a stage there. But yeah, we'll put that into the roller coaster just to make sure that's got plenty of stuff, and then we're just going to run through here with our barrels and what we have left over and sell them, which says £86,000 there. Right, we now need to make our way up to the iron furnace to go pick up metal, but what I want to do first is the sides on this trailer. I want to take them off. I've loved having them on, but I do think it's worth now removing them. Like so. So we'll make our way up to the iron ore factory, the iron furnace, sorry, I always keep getting that wrong. We'll make our way up to the iron furnace and we can start to load up with some metal and then find where the best place to sell is. Because I'm half thinking, should I take a load and sell onto the train? Because we haven't done that yet. I have just remembered there is a frog somewhere around here, and I think it's just in here. I think. Can we? There it is on lily pads. Excuse me. Let's hop over here. Do you get it? That was terrible. And over here we have another collectible. So we are going to. Is it a frog or a toad? Does it say? Just collect. It's a frog. So we now have ourselves a lovely frog sculpture, and we're going to continue our way on down to the sawmill where we can then get the train. We can put our metal onto the train. I don't know whether it's the best price or not, but we can have a look. Metal. Riverbend. Oh, that's convenient, it is. So we'll put these onto the train. We will also teleport ourselves to the roller coaster, see whether that needs the prefab walls and all of those other things, because once we've got the train we might as well load it up. And I do know in 22 you had to be careful when you did load the train up. It would sometimes it wouldn't sell everything, it would just fire everything off to the sides, so we do need to just make sure we keep an eye on that. So I think we'll pull straight forward through here, and where that little box thingy is I don't know how else to describe it. I think that's where the rent train, yes. So we'll click on here, we'll try and get the train. How far? 4.4 kilometres away. So whilst we are waiting, let's make our way down to the roller coaster, which is here. So we need the prefabbed walls. We can get another 2 prefabbed walls in. Oh, we're almost getting on to the next stage, which what I may do then is sell the metal and bring everything else down here, and then we could skip forward, skip through a bit of time, and then hopefully be able to see this move on to whatever the next stage is. I'm just hoping this isn't going to take as long as what the temple in Hutampantai seems to take, otherwise we'll be here for absolutely ages. But I'll just reverse this into a somewhat better position, and then we will just have to now wait. And here she is. So that's taken a long time to get to here. I was just at the box then, and it said it was 400 metres away, and then about 5 minutes later it finally turns up. Right, well, considering the flatbed is over there, if we just reverse a bit more... Oh, I've taken the straps off, and I've driven into the shed. We'll just reverse a little bit over here. Otherwise we're blocking the road as well, so traffic's going to love us. And we'll very quickly just manoeuvre this metal onto here. And there she is, 9,000 litres it's saying. I honestly don't know how much if I keep scrolling out. Oh, we're jiggling. Is it? Oh, this doesn't look very good. Right, we're just going to have to keep an eye, because this is where we will get kicked out in a minute. And let's just have a run and see. So that's 90... well, basically 97,000 litres sold. And has it thrown any out anywhere? I don't think so. Which is a very good sign. Definitely a very good sign. Right. We now want to load up with our long beams and prefab walls, and they are all going to go to the roller coaster, and then I'm going to have a look and see whether we can maybe just purchase a little something. I do appreciate we're spending every episode, we seem to make a lot of money then spend a lot of money. But I do think this may be a very worthwhile sort of idea. It will give us something slightly different to do. Well, pretty much the same to do, but slightly different. And I'm just trying to find ways, with it being a forestry map, obviously there is a lot. The main thing is forestry, which I know won't be to everyone's liking. I'm just trying to find ways to break it up and change and do something just ever so slightly different. So I think it's only going to be 2 of the prefab walls that will sell, and I can't remember how many beams it said. So we'll get these in, and then we'll just double check to see whether we've missed whether it changing on to a new stage. That's 1, 2, and all the beams. So we've just got the prefab walls to sell, and that's taken us up to 390,000 pretty much. And let's just run over to this. So 7 litres of floor tiles. If we just back up here, well, back up enough that we can still see floor tiles. Let's now increase the speed. 7, 6. It's going to take a fair while to do. 5. Let's go a bit faster. 4, 3, 2, 1, and what's different? Nothing. Right, so this is now saying to us tables, chairs, and shingles. So what have I been putting in there? Planks, wooden beams, staircase rails, barrels. Right, so chairs and tables. If we go onto the map here, let's see what productions there are. So furniture factory, shingle factory, and the art factory. So we don't need any of them. Well, sorry, we don't need the art factory, but we do need the furniture factory. So let's visit here. And where is the trigger to have a look at buying it? Hello. Typical on the other side. So for the furniture factory, to buy is 110,000. So we'll buy that. We will then have a look and see what we need. So metals, planks long. We just sold all them, haven't we? So chairs. Right, and then the next one was the shingle factory. So if we go to here and run over to here, let's buy that, 70,000, yes please. And now we need, for this, for shingles, planks long. Oh Christ, we need a lot of planks. Would it be worth, what are our productions like? We're soon filling up with productions here. Right, so we're going to have to make sure the old sawmill, that's done. So we're going to have to hop back into our truck, get these sold. Considering we just bought 2 productions, we haven't lost out on much money whatsoever. So we get this sold, and then we're going to have to go find our. We should have a trailer full of timber that we can look at getting all our sawmills filled up. And whilst we're here, because we're not far away, growth. So our grass, let's visit here. That's saying it's ready to cut, but does that have another growth stage? Because what I'm thinking is I'd like to do the grass for silage, is where I'd like to go with it all. Oh, we also need to move this wool over for the sheepies. And we'll just have a quick look. If we go to here, oh, definitely that one. It's young though, which is the only downside. We don't want any rams. We want that one, please. What are these like? Good, high, health average. No, we can do without having that. So buy selected. 2 animals buy. And if we go into here, what are... I only want 1 ram of each, I think, which is what we've got. We've got young Oliver here, 13-month-old. Everything's good. No wool though. It must be now we're in the winter months, so they won't produce any. What I can't wait to see is we don't have any of our own young, I don't think. I think we've bought everything in. But I'm going to quickly try off camera, change all their names. Like so. So what I'm thinking with doing all the names is it should make it easier that if they do have any offspring, and the offspring are no good, which I'd be very surprised by because we've got some very good figures here. If they do have any offspring and they're not very good, then at least we know that they're the ones to look at, to maybe look at getting rid of. Scary Hope, confirm, let's go like that, and then back to here, Scary Hope there. You do have to, when changing name, just go out of the page and then go back onto the page. It's like Sadie here, 4-month-old, so I don't know whether we've bought her or had it, £91, but her overall is good, which I find strange it's saying good when she's high, very high, very high, high, high. That makes absolutely no sense to me. So we are just going to drop this off up here quickly, and then we're going to get our log trailer out and put what we can into this sawmill, because I think the old sawmill up at the top, I think that will take the majority of this timber. So I need to make sure I put what we need into here first. Which, since getting the old sawmill, we are starting to use a lot more timber than before. So we are going to possibly, this episode, or definitely the next episode, possibly look at getting some more trees cut down. Otherwise we're going to end up very, very short on the timber front. But let's go to here first. So there's a load, so that's now full. If we take straps off, straps on, we'll see you up at the old sawmill, where I'd imagine it will take all of what we have here. So we'll get these into here, and then I think it's probably best moving on another month. And we can't, I don't think we can wait any longer now. Let's drive him forward. Let's see what happens. I don't think we can wait any longer, and we're going to have to cut those trees next to sort of our driveway, as it were, start cutting them down. Otherwise, we're going to soon find that we're not going to have nowhere near enough timber that we need. So 64, 86, that's hardly gave us anything. Oh dear. But right, we're going to take this back to the farmyard. We're going to move on. So I think I'll bring you back once we've moved into the next day. And we're going to cut a load of trees down. And then to finish the episode, we're going to take our planks and planks long, which they are being produced at the sawmill at our farm. So we're not going far for them. And we can get them into the productions to hopefully get them going for the next episode that will be able to put them into the roller coaster. So there's two things I'd like to have a look at doing just before we start our felling services. One, I forgot we had a loan, so we will pay this. So that's 29,059. Make special payments, so we've paid the loan off. The second, I would like to buy a new field, but we may do that in the next episode, maybe. I'm just trying to think, it would probably be best doing it then rather than today. Let's just go visit here to, where's the pH okay? It should be perfect, so should the nitrogen. 9 growth stages, so we've still got a while until our cotton is ready. And our grass over here, if we visit, this should definitely be ready now. So whether we want to put a silage clamp up or do something with it, I don't know. I'm just trying to think what animals can, because I don't really want to do cows. That's not something. Construction. Let's have a look at what animals, where we can go. Helps us on the animal tab. So we could look at horses. That could very well be something to do. We're 16, 13, 9. So they're 110. So you can get 9 in that building. So for 4 more, you're spending. I don't see how that building's worth it. Only for 4 more. It's a lot nicer building. Don't get me wrong, but when you can buy that, and that gives you even more. I don't understand this. 25,000. That gives me 9 horses. If I wanted to make it bigger, would that customize F? So what does that give me? Solar panels. So I can even put solar panels on it. Before I do anything, 39, buy. They're very sporadic. I change my mind all the time. Let's purchase soil information on that. Brilliant. So we bought that. Right, let's get cutting. think for cutting that will do for this time. Look at our trees, they've grown again, and the other ones have... we're going to have a run over here and have a look now. So we'll just leave that one stuck. So in the next episode, we will take the rest of these trees all down. But look at all these. I'm sure our other trees have... Yeah, so our lodgepole have grown. These are ponderosa, is that right? Yeah, ponderosa pine, they've grown. So this should start looking like a very, very nice bit of forestry. Over here, though, however, as I messed up putting the pines in, this will take a bit of time to grow. So can I don't have that set. Hold on. Now it should work. Flight mode on. Let's have a look at this now. So it is very uniform when you're looking from up here. But obviously when you drop down, it doesn't look so bad. But there's going to be a lot of deadwood trees in there, which I know in previous series I've gone in and taken them out. I think looking at this, it may be worth just keeping them in. And this is what I'm like, is the multi-storied sort of the height, as it were. This soon will all be empty, but for the meantime we've got different heights of trees here. Obviously here, all the trees are different heights, and hopefully in the near future it will be the same here. Right, let's hop out of flight mode and let's fall to the floor with a bang. Let's find this. So we want to leave this trailer here, because we'll use this next time for gathering up what logs we've already cut, and we can get them to the old sawmill, because I think that's going to be fairly important. We've hardly felled any trees there, and that took us a bit of time. But yeah, the old sawmill I think is going to be burning through trees like no tomorrow, so we need to make sure that that is well and truly stocked up at all times. This fog has really come in thick, but come over this bridge and we're now out of it. I do really like the fog feature, the God rays as they call it. I just think it's brilliant. It just adds so much more to it. And I think one of the things that I dislike probably the most is the hail damage. How it's so uniform. I know they've just fixed it so it's not so cultivated field, it doesn't damage that, but it's just a repeat pattern throughout. I would rather it not be so big a damage as what it is. But anyways, we're going to go to the shingle factory first, which is just here. I'm going to the shingle factory first because it only takes one type of plank. So if we go to here, just before we change anything, we want to go shingles, storing, we want to activate. So this is only going to take the planks long, or at least I hope so, otherwise we're in trouble. So straps off, that's got planks long, and that should now be producing shingles for us to go to the roller coaster. Now if we head up to the furniture factory, which I could drop some metal off into the barrel factory if need be, but if we go up to the furniture factory we can set on furniture, but we'll have to make sure that we only activate the short planks. So I'm just trying to decide, is it worth us getting another sawmill? I know we're going to be running out of, well, the amount of felling we're going to have to do to keep up with this is going to be ridiculous at the minute. So that's taken all that. And furniture factory. So we want, what does the roller coaster actually want from the furniture factory before we start? So chairs. Where do we get buckets from? So right, so it just wants chairs from here. This is where chairs don't require any metal. The chairs don't require any metal whatsoever to make. So we are just planks. So activate that. What do we need metal for? Oh, here. So I am going to activate them as well because they must be worth something, definitely. And what did the roller coaster say it wanted again? So it wanted buckets. So what to do? Let's get onto the right thing. So, right, buckets, planks long. So we want to activate buckets now. And is there any? I'm just trying to think because we own. So so we own basically everything, bar the pet accessory factory and the art accessory factory. What else is there to own on here? So we've got the paper mill. How much is that worth? Oh, way more than what we can afford. But I think that now we can quickly take these over to the barrel factory, make sure they've got plenty of metal left in them, see what we can put into here, and then the rest obviously can just go to be sold. So I don't think that's taking anything. By the looks of that. New? Are we full? I forget which factory that one is. It's the barrel factory. Right, so that's full. So we'll quickly sell that, and then I think that will be the end of a productive episode. It'll be interesting to see that the more and more stages we go through, the more if it increases the storage for what we need. Because before, we haven't been able to sell much metal, and like there, not much metal sold again. But we will let this car pass. We'll let this car pass. We'll get to Silverrun Market, and then this will be the final thing that we do. So let's pull into the trigger, straps off. There's another 27 or 28,000 pounds into the bank account. So I just want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you've all liked and enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye for now.